Zhou Yu had been watching from a height for a long time when he suddenly toppled backward, spitting blood and fainting. His attendants rushed him back to his tent. Generals crowded in, alarmed. The northern army of Cao Cao is as fierce as tigers and whales, its momentum overwhelming. If the commander is lost, what will we do when Chao's troops arrive? Messengers sped to inform Sun Quan while physicians were summoned. Lu Su, anxious on hearing of Zhou Yu's sudden illness, went to see Zhuge Liang and explained the situation. Kongming asked, "What do you make of this?" Lu Su sighed. "It is fortune for Cao Cao and calamity for Jiangdong." Kongming smiled. "As for Zhou Gongjin's illness, I can treat it." Overjoyed, Lu Su invited him at once. Lu Su entered first. Zhou Yu lay under quilts. "How do you feel, Commander?" "A stabbing pain in my chest and belly. I lose consciousness at times." "Medicines?" "My chest rebels. I cannot keep them down." "I just met Kongming. He says he can cure you and is outside. Shall I invite him in?" Zhou Yu agreed and had himself helped to sit. Kongming entered, bowed, and said, "We have not met in days. I did not expect to find you unwell." Zhou Yu forced a smile. "Who can be secure from sudden misfortune?" Kongming continued, "As the heavens have unforecast clouds, how can human plans foresee all?" Zhou Yu's heart jumped. He feigned a groan. "Is your chest oppressed with pent-up frustration?" "Exactly." "Then you need a cooling remedy to disperse it." "I already tried to no effect." Kongming smiled. "The vital breath must be set in order. Once it flows, recovery follows." Knowing Kongming had seen through him, Zhou Yu asked on purpose, "And what medicine orders the breath?" "I have a prescription that will set your breath right at once." "Please instruct me." Kongming asked for brush and paper, dismissed everyone, and wrote 16 characters. "To break Lord Cao, use fire attack. All is ready. Only the east wind is lacking." Handing it over, he said, "There lies the root of your illness." Zhou Yu started. Since Kongming had grasped his intent, he spoke plainly. "If the cause is known, what is the remedy? Time is pressing. Advise me now." "I once met an adept and obtained formulas of Chimanduanjia. I can call upon wind and rain. If you require a southeast wind, build a 7-star altar on Namping Mountain, 9 feet high in 3 tiers, with 120 flag bearers arrayed around. I will perform the rite atop the altar and borrow a southeast wind for 3 days and nights to aid your design." Zhou Yu beamed. "Even one night's gale would suffice, but we cannot delay." Kongming decided at once. "Let us invoke it on the Jiazi day, the 20th day of the 11th month. The wind will cease on the Bingyin day, the 22nd. What say you?" Zhou Yu, delighted, rose at once and ordered 500 robust soldiers to build the altar on Nanping, 120 flagmen to guard it awaiting commands. Kongming and Lu Su inspected the site and ordered the altar built of red earth from the southeast. It measured 24 zhang around 3 tiers, each 3 feet high, 9 feet in all. On the lowest tier stood flags of the 28 mansions. 7 azure flags of the east, horn, neck, root, room, heart, tail, winnowing basket, as a Tsanglong, azure dragon. 7 black flags of the north, dipper, ox, maiden, void, rooftop, encampment, wall, as Xuanwu. 7 white flags of the west, legs, bond, stomach, hairy head, net, turtle beak, 3 stars as Baihu, white tiger. 7 red flags of the south, well, ghost, willow, star, extended net, wings, chariot, as Zhuge, vermilion bird. The second tier held 64 yellow flags set by the 8 trigrams to mark the 64 hexagrams. On the top tier stood 4 attendants. Front left, a long pole with chicken feathers to read the wind. Front right, a long pole with a 7-star streamer to show wind hue. Back left, a sword bearer. Back right, an incense bearer. Below, 24 more men held banners, canopies, halberds, spears, yellow pennants, white axes, scarlet flags, and black pendants ringing the altar. On the auspicious Jiazi day, 11th month, 20th, Kongming bathed, fasted, donned Taoist robes, went barefoot with hair unbound, and ascended the altar. He told Lu Su, "Return to help Zhuge Liang deploy. If my prayer fails, do not blame me." He warned the guards, "Do not shift positions, whisper, or speak ill omens. Any violator beheaded." Day and night he thrice ascended and descended, burned incense, poured libations, prayed in silence, and arranged for watches to eat in turns. Yet through the day no southeast wind arose. In camp, Zhou Yu waited with Cheng Pu and Lu Su, ready to sail the instant wind arrived. A report had been sent for Sun Quan to coordinate. Huang Gai had prepared 20 fire ships. Iron spikes hidden in the bows, holds stuffed with reeds and brush, soaked in fish oil, layered with sulfur and saltpeter, wrapped in oiled cloth, azure dragon tooth flags at the prow, skiffs tethered astern for maneuver. Gan Ning and Kanzai kept Kai He and Kai Zhong in the water camp, drinking daily, forbidding the troops to land. Wu soldiers ringed them with strict orders. Scouts arrived. Sun Quan's main force had anchored 85 li away, awaiting the commander's word. Zhou Yu had Lu Su announce to all units, "Ready ships, sails, oars. When orders come, any delay will meet military law." The army sharpened its will and formed ranks. Dusk drew near. The sky was clear and windless. Zhou Yu sighed to Lu Su, "I fear Kongming is mistaken. Where would a southeast wind come from in deep winter?" Lu Su said, "He would not speak idly." Near the third watch, a rustle rose. Flags first fluttered. Zhou Yu stepped out. Flagtails streamed to the northwest. In a moment, a strong southeast wind sprang up. He shuddered. This man can seize the workings of heaven. Unfathomable. If he remains, he will be a future peril to Eastern Wu. He must be removed. He summoned Ding Feng and Su Sheng. Each take 100 men, Su Sheng by water, Ding Feng by land, to the 7-star altar on Nanping. Ask no questions, seize Zhuge Liang and behead him on the spot, then bring the head for reward. They departed. Ding Feng reached the altar first. Guards stood with flags billowing. He searched the tiers, no Kongming. The guard said, "He just descended." Su Sheng arrived. They met at the riverbank. A runner reported, "A light boat moored at dawn. Just now Kongming, hair loose, boarded and went downstream." They pursued by land and water. Su Sheng, sails straining in the gale, sighted the boat ahead and shouted, "Military advisor, do not flee. The commander summons you." Kongming stood at the stern and smiled. "Tell him, use your troops well. Zhuge Liang returns to Xiakou and will meet another day." Su Sheng called, "Wait, urgent words." Kongming said, "I divined the commander would not tolerate me and would seek my life. I had Zhao Zilong arrange to escort me. No need to chase." Seeing the forward boat unscreened, Su Sheng pressed closer. Zhao Yun stood at the stern, bow strung, arrow nocked, and shouted, "I am Zhao Zilong of Changshan, ordered to fetch the advisor. Why hound us?" He loosed, snapping Su Sheng's mast rope. The sail collapsed and the boat slewed. Zhao Yun then ran full sail before the wind and vanished like a bird. Pursuit failed. Ding Feng hailed Su Sheng ashore. "Zhuge Liang is uncanny in foresight, and Zhao Yun has the courage of 10,000. You've heard of Changban, yes? We can only report back." They returned and explained. Zhou Yu sighed. "This man's stratagems give me no day or night of ease." Lu Su urged, defeat Chao first, decide later. Zhou Yu gathered himself and issued orders. First to Gan Ning. Take Kaizhong and the surrendered men along the south bank, flying northern flags to Wulin, where Chao stores grain. Slip in and set a fire as signal. Keep Kaihe in my tent. I have use for him. Second to Taisher Ci. Lead 3,000 to Huangzhou, cut off reinforcements from Hefei, and approach Chao's camp. Set a fire as signal. When you see red flags, you'll know the Marquis of Wu has arrived. These two distant columns moved out. Third, Lu Meng took 3,000 to Wulin to support Gan Ning's arson. Fourth, Ling Tong led 3,000 to seize Yiling's borders. When Wulin blazed, he was to press forward. Fifth, Dong Shi led 3,000 to strike Hanyang, then surge from the Han River into Chao's camp. Coordination by white flags. Sixth, Pan Zhang led 3,000 under white flags to Hanyang to back Dong Shi. The 6 detachments departed. Zhou Yu ordered Huang Gai to ready the fire fleet and sent a secret note by runner to Cao fixing, tonight at the third watch for the feigned surrender. 4 battle units were assigned to follow tight on Huang Gai. Han Dang 1st, Zhou Tai 2nd, Jiang Qin 3rd, Chen Wu 4th. Each with 300 warships and 20 fireships in front. Zhou Yu and Cheng Pu took station on a great command ship. Su Sheng and Ding Feng guarded the flanks. Lu Su, Kanzai, and other advisors held the main base. Cheng Pu, seeing Zhou Yu's neat deployment, admired him deeply. From Sun Quan also came a token of command. Lu Sun would spearhead toward Jian and Huang, with Sun Quan himself in support. Zhou Yu had the signal cannon fired on West Mountain, and the signal flags raised on Nanping. All was ready. They awaited nightfall. Elsewhere, Liu Bei waited at Xiakou for Kongming. A boat arrived. Lu Qi came to visit. From the tower, Liu Bei said, "The southeast wind has held for some time. Zilong has not yet returned with Kongming. I am uneasy." An officer pointed toward Fengku. "A small skiff is running with the wind. That should be the advisor." Indeed, Zhuge Liang and Zhao Yun landed. After brief greetings, Kongming asked, "Are the ships and troops we agreed upon prepared?" "Long prepared, awaiting your dispatch." Kongming assigned at once. To Zhao Yun, "Take 3,000 across the river to the narrow path near Wulin. Hide among dense trees and reeds. After the 4th watch, Cao will flee this road. When half his column has passed, fire the center. Even if not annihilated, you'll cut down half." Zhao Yun asked, "There are 2 roads at Wulin, one toward Nanjun, one toward Jing province. Which will he take?" "He dares not risk Nanjun in peril. He will choose Jing and turn for Xuchang." To Zhang Fei, "Lead 3,000 across to sever the north road at Yiling and ambush at Gourd Gorge. Chao won't take the southern route. He'll try the northern. Tomorrow when the rains pass, they'll set kettles to cook. Watch for smoke, then fire the slopes. Even if you don't catch Chao, the merit is great." To Mi Zhu, Mi Fong, and Lu Feng, "Cruise the river to collect stragglers and abandonments." To Lu Qi, "Wuchang is key terrain. Return at once. Array along the riverbank. When Chao's army breaks, many will bolt that way. Seize them. Do not stray from the walls." Having arranged all, Kongming told Liu Bei, "My lord should hold troops at Fengku Mount High, and watch Shoulang win great merit tonight." Guan Yu, long ignored, could not hold back. "I have campaigned with my elder brother for years and have never lagged. With the enemy before us, why does the advisor not employ me?" Kongming smiled. "I meant to entrust you with the most critical pass, but I had a concern." "What concern?" "In former days Cao favored you greatly. One should repay kindness. If he takes Huarong Road tonight, I fear you may spare him for old feeling. Thus I dared not send you. Guan Yu declared. You overthink. I already slew Yan Liang, and when Zhou to lift the siege of Bama, that debt is settled. Should I meet him today, I will not go easy. If you let him go, then what? I submit to military law. Then put it in writing. Guan Yu signed a pledge, then asked, if he does not take that road? Kongming laughed. I will also sign one for you. Overjoyed, Guan Yu took Guanping, Zhou Tsang, and 500 axemen to Huarong Road, piled brush as instructed, and set false signals to lure Chao in. Liu Bei worried privately. My brother is deep in loyalty and feeling. Should Chao truly take Huarong, I fear he will release him. Kongming whispered. I have read the heavens. Chao will not die this time. Letting Yin Chang keep this favor will become a fine tale. Liu Bei breathed admiration. None matches your foresight. They went to Fengke to watch Zhou Yu's operations, leaving Sun Qian and Jian Yong to guard the city. In Cao Cao's main camp, the generals waited only for Huang Gai's word. That day the southeast wind blew hard. Cheng Yu advised, the wind is strong, prepare precautions. Cao Cao laughed. At the solstice the yang begins to return. An east wind is no wonder. Suddenly a small boat from the south brought a secret letter from Huang Gai. Cao summoned it in haste. It read, Zhou Yu watches me closely. I could not escape. New grain has arrived at Lake Poyang, and Zhou Yu sent me to patrol. There is a chance. At the third watch tonight, ships bearing the Azure Dragon Tooth flag are grain ships. If I may strike down Jiangdong's famed generals and present their heads, I will surrender. Chao rejoiced and boarded a great ship with his officers to watch the river. On the Wu side, toward dusk, Zhou Yu brought Kai He before the tent and ordered him bound. I am innocent. You dared a false surrender. We lack a victim to stain the flag. Your head will do. Kai He cried. Kinzei and Gan Ning conspired as well. That was at my command. Too late for regret. At the black standard by the riverbank, wine was poured, paper burned, and his head struck off to blood the flag. The fleet put off. Huang Gai, on the third fireship, wore concealed armor and carried a keen blade. His banner read Vanguard Huang Gai. With the east wind he surged straight at Chibi. That night the east wind howled and waves heaved. Cao Cao stood on the central flagship, gazing across the water. The moon threw back 1,000 golden snakes across the river's skin, writhing and rushing. Smiling into the wind, he felt victory in hand. Then someone pointed. Masses of sails swelled, bearing down. Each ship flew Azure Dragon Tooth flags, and a great banner read Vanguard Huang Gai. Gongfu comes to surrender. Heaven helps me. They neared. Cheng Yu stared hard and blurted. This must be deceit. Do not let them approach. Why? True grain ships ride low and heavy. These are light and skittish. And the southeast gale tonight, if it be a ruse, the aftermath will be dire. Chao suddenly took heed and moved to block them. When Ping volunteered, led a dozen patrol craft forward and shouted, by order of the Chancellor, southern ships halt and anchor midstream. Strike your sails. Before he finished, twang. An arrow struck Wen Ping's left arm. He fell, and the patrol boats fell into disorder. 2 li of water still lay between the southern fleet and Chao's encampment. Huang Gai gestured. The van loosed the fireships. Wind fed fire, fire rode wind. The ships streaked like arrows, smoke and flame roofed the sky. 20 fire rafts slammed into the river forts. Chao's moored warships burst into flames. Chained together with iron rings, they could neither advance nor retreat. Signal cannon roared across the water. More firecraft swarmed from all sides. Flames raged along all three waterways. The wind drove fire, red light flooded the heavens. Chao looked back. The shore camps were burning too. Huang Gai shifted to a skiff with several men rowing hard against the blaze, searching for Chao. Chao, in panic, tried to leap ashore. Just then Zhang Liao arrived in a small boat and helped him down as the great ship was swallowed in fire. Zhang Liao and a handful shielded Chao toward the landing. Huang Gai spied a man in crimson disembarking, surely Chao. He urged the skiff and cried, "Chao thief, halt! Huang Gai is here." Chao shouted, "Not good." Zhang Liao loosed an arrow. In the roar of wind and flare of fire, Huang Gai never heard the twang. An arrow struck his shoulder and he toppled into the water. A verse says, "Fire calamity meets the water's bane, staff wounds barely healed, metal wounds again." Whether Huang Gai lived or died, see the next chapter. Summary. This chapter turns on the east wind and the fire attack. Zhou Yu had long planned to burn Chao's fleet, but lacked a southeast wind. Zhuge Liang offered the 7-star altar right to borrow it. When the gale rose, Zhou Yu launched the operation. Huang Gai's fire ships, disguised under the Azure Dragon Tooth flag, rammed the chained northern fleet. Wind drove flame. River forts and linked ships ignited in a sweeping inferno at Chibi. Amid this, Zhou Yu tried to eliminate Kong Ming during the wind, but Zhao Yun escorted him away. Zhou Yu deployed multiple columns. Kong Ming likewise set ambushes for Liu Bei's side, especially placing Guan Yu at Huarong Road under a written pledge, planting the seed for a later moral dilemma. The chapter closes with Huang Gai shot into the river, drawing us forward into questions of righteousness, true strategy, timing, and human sentiment. Knowledge points. 1. Zhuge Liang borrowing the east wind. In the novel, Zhuge Liang performs Taoist rites on the 7-star altar to summon a southeast wind, showcasing near supernatural foresight. In historical sources such as the records of the Three Kingdoms, there is no account of such a ritual. Favorable wind is regarded as happenstance weather, not conjuration. 2. Burning the chained fleet. Romance of the Three Kingdoms dramatizes the linked ships' plan and the spectacular fire attack at Chibi. While a decisive fire attack against Cao Cao is broadly accepted by historians, details like the extensive chaining of ships and the ritual wind borrowing are literary enhancements rather than firmly documented facts. 3. Zhou Yu vs. Zhuge Liang. The novel repeatedly stages intellectual duels where Zhuge Liang outshines Zhou Yu, heightening Kong Ming's legend. Historically, Zhuge Liang likely was not the frontline mastermind at Red Cliffs. The battle's command and credit belong chiefly to Zhou Yu, with Lu Su's diplomacy pivotal, while Liu Bei's forces exploited the ensuing rout with ambushes and pursuits.